Hello everyone, I am Eli Hollingsworth and welcome back to Against the Current, a The Chosen YouTube channel. The Chosen has just dropped Season 3, Episode 5, Clean, Part 2, and today we're going to talk about all of the predictions that I made about the episode that are either right or wrong, because I made a video last week talking about my top 5 predictions for this episode in 5 minutes, and I was pretty mostly right, but there were kind of a few things that maybe I wasn't 100% correct on, so we're going to get into all of that today, starting with Veronica is the one with the issue of blood. Now, okay, this is pretty easy one. That wasn't like a big, that wasn't really too much in question at that point. But I just threw it in there because, they didn't exactly reveal it in Season 3, Episode 4. But Veronica's the one with the issue of blood. Correct. And then my next prediction was that JAIRUS'S daughter is going to get healed. And that was correct in this episode. JAIRUS'S daughter did get healed. And I would like to mention there's a spoiler warning. For if you haven't seen the episode, which again you should have seen the episode by now, Season 3, Episode 5. You can go watch it on The Chosen. Yeah, spoiler warning for this episode. I'm going to be talking about everything that happens in this episode, and there's some spoilery things. So yeah, so JAIRUS'S daughter did get healed. That was also correct. My other prediction: Simon and Eden will make up or not. That was kind of true. I mean, it's a little iffy on whether or not you could say, oh, I said they could make up or they could not. That's kind of cheating, because I'm like, well, it could be this or not. And they didn't. I said if they didn't make up in this next episode, I could see it going till the season finale, which I definitely think is true now. I think that their conflict is probably going to continue until Season 3, Episode 8. So I was pretty much correct on that one, so we'll give that a correct. I was correct on that prediction. Next one, Simon will start fixing the cistern, at least start fixing it. And also kind of he will befriend Gaius. That was also true. So that's kind of 2 and 1, and they're both true. Simon started befriending Gaius, and he started fixing the cistern. So both of those were true. We saw both of those happen in this episode, and those scenes were personally some of my favorite scenes in the whole show. They were very, very cool. So yes, that was correct. And finally, my last prediction is that Jesus is going to be in massive, massive trouble. It's pretty much true. He is in trouble now, but also at the end, he kind of avoided trouble because the Pharisees told him to go clean himself up since he touched an unclean woman and he touched a dead corpse, so he had to go clean and wash in the water, which he did. So I guess he's technically not in trouble with the Pharisees now, but I think the healing and all that stuff will stir up trouble for Jesus in the future. I also kind of threw in there that Jesus and Yusuf will have an encounter and they will have sort of a meet and greet, and that is pretty much what happened in this episode. So that is technically true. Although Jesus isn't in, I'd say, an insane amount of trouble yet, but I'd say he's very much probably about to be. We'll have to see where that goes next episode. So those were my top 5 predictions for Season 3, Episode 5 of The Chosen. And did they end up being correct or not? I think they were pretty much mostly correct, so I'm pretty glad about that. I'm not totally off my rocker there. And what do I think will happen in Season 3, Episode 6? Well, you have to stay tuned for another video about that. But I think Eden and Simon's kind of conflict is very much going to continue for a little bit longer here. I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet with Simon and Eden. They definitely have some things to work through and some things to resolve, especially after that revelation in Season 3, Episode 5 at the beginning with Eden kind of having a miscarriage. Not kind of, she did have a miscarriage. So her and Simon are definitely going to have some things to work through in these upcoming episodes. It will all work together for the greater good once it is all resolved. And we'll have to see where things go with Jesus and on the road to Jesus meeting Shmuel and kind of having an encounter there. So, I really enjoyed this episode, Season 3, Episode 5. Nevertheless, if I was right or wrong, it was such a great, fantastic episode. So much emotional payoff. And after all those plot lines that were kind of left dangling in Season 3, Episode 4, I think they were all resolved in a very satisfying way. And there was just so much emotional payoff here. And I hope you enjoyed the episode too. And if you did, make sure to let me down below in the comments down below. And what do you think of my predictions? And I will see you guys in my next video where we're talking all about Season 3, Episode 5, and even forward. So we're going to talk about every episode of The Chosen. If you want to listen to my review about Season 3, Episode 5, be sure to check it out down below in the description on my podcast exclusively. And make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell. You're going to want to be notified whenever I come out with a new video because I'm going to be coming out with tons of Chosen content over the next few weeks and days and all that stuff until Season 3 is finished and even Season 4 and beyond. But until then, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.